going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time for the Group 3 race on Gran Turismo Sport. So, looks like it's time to get ready to race on Autodromo De Interlagos for a 12-lap race. And now, this is going to be able to have tire regulations that this will be needed to be able to be required. So, choose the best choices for the race that this one might be able to go with racing medium or hard tires. So this is going to get everything will be able to get started. So looks like it's time to get ready to go and use the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car with the GT4 Livery Variant. So this is going to get everything will be able to have balance of performance will be needed to be able to make sure. So this one might be able to get started to begin. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe, like, and comment on my YouTube channel to check out some more videos if you like. And feel free to watch anytime if you want. So it will be able to enjoy the race, will be able to begin for the entertainment. So just gonna be able to take plenty of practice before we begin. So this is gonna might need to have an extra tip that this will be able to do it. So looks like this is going to be a very hard race that this will might be able to get everything prepared. So we also know that this is going to be able to take a lot of handling that this will might be able to try to keep up, because every race is going to get everything challenging that this will be able to do determined that this will might do it. So let's just going to be able to have plenty much options that this will might be able to have everything going. Now I hope the controller is going to need to do plenty more work to be able to go on board. So let's just going to be able to add by 1. Now this is going to be able to take plenty much more torque that this one might be able to go in, and this is going to be able to have to use the racing hard tires. So good thing that this is going to be able to take regularly by the running time for it. So good thing that we already took the practice by this is going to be able to go in. Now this is going to be able to take plenty much more risk that this is going to be able to take a lot of speed that this is going to be able to be prepared. So the tire strategy is definitely important on race C for this week's daily race, because this is going to get very challenging that we must be able to do it well strategized that this is going to be able to go in. Now it is going to be very hard, so we might be able to have to stay balanced during this time of the race. So we just definitely don't want to make any more mistakes, because this is going to get very difficult that this is going to be able to go in. Alright, let's just going to get everything started out and be prepared to be able to take one hard practice lap that this is going to be able to take everything going, because it is going to get everything well determined if we have to be able to do one quicker race that this is going to be able to go there. Alright, this is going to be able to take nice and easy on the turn. So it's going to get everything a little bit closer that this is going to be able to take chances on the inside turns. But it might be able to take contingency racing skills that this is going to might need to be able to improve. So every other race is always having a little hard time that we need to be able to try to keep a hold of ourselves while racing on any Group 3 car that this is going to be able to go in. Now, let's just going to have to take a 10-second running time on the rush at the last turn. This is going to be able to get closer, we'll go in, and this is going to be able to take everything going. So, each method that this one might be able to have racing hard tires by 1 minute and 34 seconds that this is going to be able to give the time that this is going to be able to go in. So, it's definitely like 2 tire ratings like the manufacturer series. So, this is definitely might be specifically that this might be able to put it in on the race C. It is going to get very harder that this is going to be able to try to keep up, because mostly other faster racers are definitely might be pretty expert skill level rating drivers that this is going to get everything well challenging up to do it. So try to have a very good balanced race between the faster and the most slower cars are who is desperately to be able to try to make it one good fast race that this is going to be able to go in. But every race is going to be very sloppy if we have to be able to do properly that this one might be able to reach up to our greatest achievements of our goal, that this one might be able to increase our driver rating, that this will be needed. But we still try to keep it up, because we're still on the driver rating B, that we are still going to reach up onto driver rating A. Now, definitely, this is going to be able to take one struggle skill, that this is going to be able to have to take everything going, because this is going to be a very slow race, that this is going to be able to try to keep it up. But we are desperate that this is going to be needed to be able to have a very, very fair race, that this is going to get everything what we need to do. Well, they just really wanted to catch us up, and now this is going to be able to having a handling skill racing trouble going on, that this is going to get everything going. So looks like just going to be able to have a very good old GT4 Livery Variant is definitely might be able to have a very good reliable race car, that this is going to be able to have a chance to do it. Now this is going to be able to take a lot of speed, that this is going to be able to go in, because this is going to get everything well handling, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this is going to get everything going. But it might need to do a lot of hard challenge, that this is going to be able to go there. Okay, keep it concentrated. Now this is going to be able to take plenty of hairpins on the double turns. It's going to get everything what we need to do. But it is going to be able to take a little bit throttle to be able to maintain on this one. Okay, that should do it. This is going to be able to take the hard turn. It's going to get everything what we have to do. It's going to be very closer, that we are desperate that this we might need to do the best racing with what we can. It is going to be very challenging, that we might be able to step our A game up, because this is going to might need to do perfectly a lot of work, that this is going to be able to do it. Okay, almost there, just going to reach 0.7 seconds, and now this is going to be very excellent to do it. Okay, let's take this part of this method, and then this is going to get very tricky, and this is going to be able to go on the first turn. Is going to get everything a little bit harder it gets to do it. So, even the safer way that this one might be able to have trouble drivers who really want to try to keep up onto the top position, that this is going to might need to take racing hard tires. So that will be the best possible, that this will might be able to have a very good racing strategy, that this will also use the pit tactical strategy, that this is going to get everything going. So it might be very extended long, so we just definitely might be able to try to be able to stay maintained and try not to go over aggressive. That may cost us the rear tires will go spin out, that might lose its control, that if we have to be able to be very careful. So even that this is all about taking the tips of any racing, that this is going to be very challenging for us, because this is going to be very extremely that we might be able to get everything prepared. Now looks like just going to keep everything going, and now this may what happens that 1 second ahead is going to get very longer. It takes that we still need to try to catch up, because this may be able to have a challenge, that this we might need to take plenty much more distance to get. Now let's just going to be able to go for a new lap time, and then this is going to get everything will be ready to be able to join in session of the race. So hope this is going to be able to have a good record, that this one might be able to have a chance to get in. So maybe this is going to be able to take plenty much more practice every time of this round. So it's like going to be able to have a better day race for this for next week by tomorrow, and this is going to get everything what we need to be able to have a very better balanced race. And even the new cars from the update would like to be able to join in, that this is going to be perfectly for a one-make race. Even the JDM cars as well, that might be very good, that we are about to be ready to take an N300 race, that this might be able to go in. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to go for a little ahead. So it's going to have to take a little bit slow time by the passive, that this is going to need to take concentration will go in. Okay, looks like taking a little bit handling distractions, that this is going to get everything going on. Okay. Just gonna get there, and this is gonna get everything a lot of easy going throttle that this is gonna be able to reach up. Alright. 5 lap practice complete. Now this is gonna get everything will be ready. So if this is gonna be a very difficult race, so it is gonna get everything a little bit balanced, that this will might be able to stay on guard of the tires, because we just definitely don't want to get spin out or make any mistakes, and even ignoring the track limit that may receive a penalty. So let's just gonna have to be very careful, because we just really want to have a good race, because everybody wish that this is gonna be able to take a perfect clean racing skills. So this is gonna be able to take plenty much more strategies. Performance racing is gonna get everything properly that we need to be able to be ready. So let's just gonna go and get started, and let's wait until this one might join in. So everybody is gonna get everything will be prepared. So this is gonna be able to take very good balanced car, that this is gonna be able to have different Group 3 cars by 2 or 3. And even more, that this is gonna get everything that we have to be prepared to do it. So even that this is gonna get everything challenging, that this will might be able to try to keep it up. So every race is going to be able to have a hard time, so we might need to be able to stay focused, stay maintained, and stay strong. That we might be able to do the best what we can. If we had to be able to successfully, that we might be able to have a good race finish. So we're always going to have to keep clean racing, that this might be, as always, we might be able to have a chance to increase the sportsmanship rating. If we had to do one best option, that this one might be able to have a tough time, that this one might increase the driver rating. So waiting for everyone to get ready to go. So first option choice, racing hard tires first, and then racing medium second, because this is going to be able to take the pit strategy, that this is going to be able to go in well properly for it. Now let's just going to go and get ready for a warm-up. So this is going to be able to take everything what we had to do, because this is going to be able to take a very tough race, that this is going to be able to go in, because everything is a beginner, alright, because this is going to be able to take the strong race. We might be able to deal with some various struggles, that we might need to be able to have one handling situated, that this is going to be able to go on. Okay, let's go. This is going to be able to take the warm-up, that this is going to be able to be ready. So whenever it sees the braking contact point, that this is going to be able to go on, and then this is going to be able to have it easily signal that this will be needed to be able to make sure. Alright, warm-up's good to go. Now this one might be able to do a better race if we have to be able to have a chance, because this is going to be able to have a very tough race, folks, because we'll have to do our best, because this is going to get very challenging, that this will might be able to have to take plenty of skills on the inside turns, so we have to be able to avoid over aggressive after the turn. Alright, now looks like this is going to get everything will be properly prepared. So good thing that it will be moved on in the 12th place. So this is going to get everything what we had to take well better strategy, that if we had to be prepared. So waiting for the rolling start to begin. I hope that this is going to be very excellent. Very excellent. If we have to be able to increase the driver rating, that this one might be able to stay strong, we'll keep it up. So here we go. Green light's on the go, and now this is going to be able to take on one chance that this is going to be able to make it there. And okay, it's like slowing down. That was so close when he's on ghosting. Oh boy, that was a very hard turn. That was definitely might be... Okay, looks like 1 second penalty that might be causing a collide effect. Well, that was definitely unfair. Okay, well, just gonna be able to go for the next lap. That was definitely unfair to do it, because every race is having a little bit trouble going on if we had to be able to do it, because we did try to do the good directions that this is going to be able to go all the way. Okay, this is going to get everything situated, and then, oh boy, looks like this is going to be quite easily overtake, because this is going to get everything a little bit harder to take on to do it. Okay, be very gentle. This is going to get very well challenged, and looks like this is going to get, oh man. Yep, that's how what happens, because last place is going to be very hard to get. Well, that was definitely unfair. Very unfair, folks, because this is how dirty racing happens. So this might be able to stay on the TCS, that this is going to be needed as well. Well, I just really don't want to get a little bit humiliation to see it. Okay, now looks like going on the second lap. Man, this is going to be very longer it takes, because we just really want to be on the top position, because, well, maybe we need to be able to have a very good racing respect between faster and slower cars, but it is going to be very harder to get by having a communication that this is going to be very hard to affect. So that's how it happens that most of the other racers quit, and then that's how it happens that this is going to be very longer it takes to do it. Well, I can't believe it that the legend is definitely might be able to have a chance. Well, looks like this is going to be quite very embarrassing to see this one, but I know this is going to be very longer, that this is going to be able to take a long struggle, that this is going to be able to take the big push. Okay, now this is going to be able to take the handling, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, now this is definitely might be a weak turn, folks, but it is going to be a very weak turn for every other racers who really want to try to keep up, but this is going to be very unfair, and mostly that this is going to be able to have to keep it up, and that's how many mistakes happens, and now this is definitely a very hard one for it. So, okay, that's how it happens, because track limit is definitely might be having plenty problems for every Group 3 car, that this is going to be able to be very precisely careful, but we still try to do everything what I can to do, because this is going to be very sloppy that every time in the race, because that's how it gets completely ruining the moment. Okay, looks like gonna be able to force it in onto the next penalty line. That was definitely might be a very bad skill sportsmanship rating that this is gonna be needed for. Alright, looks like this is gonna be able to force the slow down, and now this is gonna be able to have everything going. Okay, looks like only 9 more laps to go, so this is gonna get everything needs to be able to keep it going. Well, looks like it's gonna get very left behind. But I hope that this is gonna might need to be able to have a Group 3 race fix that this is gonna might need to take, or try to have a better one that is good enough for the next day, because looks like we're on the 7th day for this week, and this is gonna get everything needs to be able to get there. But it is gonna be very harder it gets, that this is gonna be able to take forever to catch up to the current remaining opponents. Okay, yellow flag called in. Looks like this is definitely might be able to have a well recovered to do it. Okay, looks like it's only down for 14 drivers left. So no matter how this race always happens every time in this segment, because looks like everybody doesn't want to race by using Group 3 anymore. So that's the problem, that every racers who really wanted to have a good clean race to win, but it is going to be able to have a very good hard time to be able to take plenty much more skills to achieve. But it is going to be very difficult to get there, because it's like having a deja vu again, like the last time for only a few weeks that we're on race B. Yeah, it is definitely might be pretty hard to get. So that's how the handling is having problems, because, well, we all due respect for taking a balance of performance regulations will be able to be applied. So it's all for the best that we might be able to learn to master it and overcome, and take some expectations that this is going to be able to take a lot of pressure that this is going to be able to be going on. Okay, now hope this is going to be able to have a conclusion for the Ford GT Spec 2 race car, because this is going to be able to have a worse race that this is going to be able to keep going, because this is going to get everything stronger. We might be able to have to take a little bit time for. But we did all the good directions of the turns of the racetrack, but it is going to be very difficult if we might be able to have one balanced race that this is going to be able to have a good, comfortable ways to do it. Well, looks like we just definitely lost 6 drivers who participate in the race, and looks like 7 drivers have been exited out due to the decreased driver rating to effect. Well, this is going to be able to have a very tough time that we might be able to do the best race we can. Okay, that was a very hard turn, and that was definitely might be able to do it. I don't know what else is going to get everything going, but I thought that this is going to be a very good racing harmony that this is going to be able to go in. Well, maybe this is going to be able to have to go for a different Group 3 car for the next race, but it may cause a driver rating that this will might come to effect that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, looks like 36 seconds ahead. That is going to take forever, because this is going to be very extremely difficult that this is going to be able to take a little bit desperate time to do it. Okay, number 1 rule, don't rage quit during racing. It's definitely bad for us if we might be able to be very careful, because this may also to have a karma effect of the race that this is going to be able to take a little bit of time. Okay, looks like just saw one opponent is now recovering. Now this is going to be able to take the chances to be able to go on. Okay, no time for handling joyride that this is going to be able to get in. Flipping turns is definitely might be bad for Group 3 cars, is definitely might going in. Okay, let's just gonna go for it, and now looks like moving on into the 6th lap is gonna be able to take a little bit of time to do it. Okay, that was very controllable vehicle, so this is going to get everything a little bit longer it takes. Okay, gonna have to take that blind turn, and now this is going to get everything going. Okay, looks like it's only down to 13 left. Well, no matter how everybody just leave the race, because this is definitely an unfair opportunity, because it always happens every time, just like race B. So it's going to get everything loosened up on the balance easily, because this is definitely might need to be able to have a little changes that this one might need to be able to take. Okay, looks like that was definitely might be very loosened up on my Ford GT. That was definitely might be having a little troubling situated. No matter how this is how it happens, that this may get extremely reckless, that this might be able to cause a little bit minimum amount that this is going to be able to go in by the terms. Alright, looks like gonna have to go in to be able to have a 1 halfway into the pits, so this is definitely might need to be able to go in. Alright, get my crew ready to go, and now this is going to be able to have tire change and refuel, so this is going to get everything will be ready. Alright, and wait until this one might be good to go. There you go. Now, looks like back on the race. Oh yeah, looks like the car number is now placed automatically while in sport mode, so good thing that the original replica is definitely might be pretty cool. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to take a minute ahead. Well, that's how it takes forever, that this is going to be able to take a very strong, challenging race that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, looks like third place driver is in the pits, and now this is going to be able to take a little bit more time. Okay, just keep it nice and slow, but it is going to be very difficult that mostly faster drivers on the turns is going to be very tougher to deal with. So it's going to get everything well skilled that this is going to be able to take a little bit more time. Okay, gonna do it. Okay, looks like still going on and take a little bit more time to be able to keep up, and then this is gonna get everything a lot of more time to do it. So looks like I'm gonna have to keep a hold of myself, and this is gonna be able to take a little bit more time to do it. Okay, looks like gonna have to take that handling turn, and this is definitely might be pretty tougher on this one, folks. Well, everybody is very desperate that they just really want to race, because sometimes the handling is going to be loosened very easily that this is going to be able to take. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to take the last place, that this will might have a decreased driver rating, that this will might demote it back into driver rating C. Well, this is going to get very longer it takes, that this is going to be able to take for only a few more runs, that this is going to be have a lot more racing to do. Okay, this is going to be able to take a little bit more time. Okay, looks like first place driver SBRT is now definitely going in, and now, well, that was a very hard, sloppy turn that this is not okay to perform. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit more time to do it, so looks like 4 more laps and move on into the third lap remaining, and this is going to be able to get there soon. Well, this is going to be very troubling time that this is going to be able to go in well situated. Well, even that this is going to be able to have the best Group 3 race on Race C, Le Mans, that will be very much easier and better, that this is going to be able to take a strong racing skills will might perform. But it is going to be very hard that this will might need to take a lot of work, that this is going to get everything seriously. Now, let's just gonna go in and then take perfectly skills that this is gonna be able to go in. Okay, just gonna have to take plenty much more efficient handling skill turns, that this is gonna get everything might be needed for. Well, all what's left in this race, that this is gonna get very challenging, that everybody just left the race, but it's definitely pretty unfair to do it. Okay, this is going to be able to go in, and then one just going in the pits, and now this is going to be able to take a little more chances to be able to take. But I hope this is going to be able to have a recommend stopping amount that this will might go for it. Okay, looks like he's coming out of the pits. Just gonna be able to check on the course map that this is gonna be able to have moments to go for it. Oh, okay, looks like he did. Bet he did, that this is gonna be able to take a little bit more time to do it. Okay, 2 more laps to go. Now, this is going to get everything past the needs to stay on the position, and looks like there's no hope of every race that this is going to be able to go for it. Hope I can still try to keep going in, and well, hope this is going to be able to end up with a humiliation on race C for this challenge, but it is going to get very loosened up on this one for it. Okay, just keep everything going. Okay, still there, and looks like 12 drivers remaining, and now this is definitely might be able to have to take, well, it is going to be a very difficult race, folks, but looks like mostly other racers have definitely survived this round, and looks like we need to be able to do the best we can. So looks like this is going to be able to go on to proceed until, if this is going to be able to going on into the final lap of the race, this is going to be able to proceed, that this will might be able to go automatically, that this will might be able to go in. Okay, now let's stay on it, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, but it is a very messy race, folks, but we did the best we could. So if we tried to get everything work faster next time, but well, sorry, been taking too much pressure that this is going to get everything what we need to do. Okay, now it's like this is going to be able to have to take almost 4 minute distance amount that this is going to be able to go there. Now looks like they just already made it into the 12th and final lap of the race, so looks like this is going to get everything has to do it. Okay, now let's just gonna get everything has to be proceed, and now looks like this is gonna be able to get there. So hope this will might be able to reach up onto the 12th and final lap of the race. Hope this is gonna be able to go for it. Almost. Here we go. This is gonna be able to take the final lap of the race. Is gonna do it. Well, I know this is definitely very hard to get there, so well, looks like this is gonna get everything needs to be able to do it. So well, it is taking forever. That we still tried to do everything we can, so this may be able to have an outcome for this recent event, that this one might be needed. So looks like last place, here I come, and this is gonna be able to do it. Alright folks, so looks like this is definitely a total loss for this race. Well, I know it is pretty difficult, but looks like got everything on the footage. So yeah, sometimes having a hard race is very difficult. On race C is definitely might be pretty challenging, but well, maybe next time this is gonna might need to have a better Group 3 car, that this will be very excellent to be able to master on Interlagos. Well, can I say that pretty lucky chance to save the SR on the blue, so looks like almost had it. That was definitely might be having a hard time, that this will might be able to have a very good attempted moment. So well, it is a very tough race, because we need someone to be able to help us out, to make us stronger, to be able to have a very good choice of a racing training. So go to the lobby. So that might be the best, that we might need to do a lot of work, that this is going to get everything ready. Well, that was a hard race, but this is going to be able to have to keep trying harder, but it will might need to be able to have a very better difficult race, that this is going to get everything going. So it is going to be able to do it whenever we have to do it. So, looks like gift card for today's daily workout. So, let's see. This is going to be able to have a very 1% chance of getting a vehicle. So, let's see which one am I going to receive. Another Corvette Stingray C7. So, good thing that might be able to have a Chevy Corvette that would chew me up. So, that will be work better, that this one might be able to have a very good choice card that this one might have. So this is definitely might be how it happens on race C, because this always be a very difficult race for us. So I know this is going to be a very slippery challenge if we might need to be able to learn a better way to slow down on the turns. So that's the better communication of racing, folks, because this is going to be able to take a long challenge terms that this is going to be able to go on by the risk that this is going to get everything what we need to do. But now this is how it happens that most of the other GT players have definitely exited out on this race for this week's daily race. It is very challenging. So, well, decreased driver rating happens all the time, and that's how it exits out. And this may be able to go back to square one again, because this is going to be able to take a very difficult long journey to be able to reach up onto driver rating A. But what else are we going to have to do something for making us a very good clean race that this is going to be able to take the chances? So, well, no dirty racing moments doesn't want to have this, because it's a very tough situated race that we still tried to master the race on Interlagos on race C on the daily race, but we still try to do the best we can, because with all due respect for all that good racing moments that we might be able to try to keep it up, because it is going to be a very tough one that we might be able to have to stay strong and stay focused. We'll do the best what we can to do. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.